4 in the morning on a Sunday.
This is absolute madness. I'm questioning every life decision that has got me to this point.
I don't think it's a pass.
We're starving and we're absolutely whacked.
I think it makes us more relatable.
You're losing your mind. Oh, I've lost the will to live.
Nice, I like it. It is 1:30 a.m. and I'm awake and I'm in my van, and that is because I'm about to go pick up Lee for work. We've got a job, and I'm questioning every life decision I've ever made that has got me to this point. Morning, morning, morning. I don't even think you can see us.
No, it's pitch black.
I think one of the reasons why we had to work this early, I've had to pick Lee up from Harlow, and we figured it wasn't going to be safe to drive through there during the day, so we thought it'd be best to come at night, roll in and roll out. I feel like I'm Ross Kemp.
You ain't gonna kill me. Harlow's a lovely place.
Harlow is a lovely place. I love Harlow.
Harlow and Stevenage are like two peas in a pod.
Oh, don't put Stevenage in with Harlow.
Mate, I think Stevenage is worse.
No, it's not worse. No way. It's an Eminage. I'm not saying it's posh, but at least we've got flowers on our roundabouts.
Hey, if you wanna be fancy, just pronounce Harlow without the H.
Harlow.
I'm gonna turn you around and see if you can get any queues on the petrol station, because it's 2 in the morning and I popped to the petrol station and I couldn't get nothing. So let's see what's going on. The queue's quite small, to be honest.
Go on, film it out the window. Get a proper thing out the window. Oh my life. That is ridiculous. People are mental. At the time of filming this, there's a fuel crisis in England where we just cannot get petrol or diesel. Mate, these people are still midway through their night, about to go to bed, and we're just about to start work. This is absolute madness. Oh mate, that bar sounds pretty good. Is that live music?
That definitely wasn't live music.
You don't think that was live? Now's as good a time as any to explain what we've got to do at that job. So basically, we're going to be changing the consumer unit and stuff there. It's a laboratory in London. We are there today because there's some faults, so we can't change the consumer unit until all the faults are repaired. Apparently their RCD was tripping, so they've had to remove all the earths, and then that's resolved it. So what we'll try and do, reconnect all the earths slowly, get the earth leakage tester on it, and see if we can find where it's going wrong. I feel like we're going to slowly lose our sanity as the night goes on. See you when we get there. All right, we're here, we've arrived. Well, you guys asked for something other than car chargers, so...
4 in the morning on a Sunday.
How's 4 in the morning on a Sunday? Well, it's not even 4 in the morning yet. What is the time? The time is... Oh yeah, coming up to 4 in the morning. Right.
Look under there.
So here we are. These are our immediate impressions.
Wait, show the board off the wall.
What the heck? It's not very good, is it? I don't think it's a pass.
Oh wow. I don't even think they're double insulated. I think they're, I don't know.
Should we rip the cover off?
Yeah, Corey's favourites.
Oh, Southfire.
All the way from Florida.
That's pretty sick. No, I like American tools.
Oh, so this whole board's turned off.
I wonder which RCD it was that was tripping, if it was all of them. Do you want me to hold the board steady for you while you take the cover off?
Oh wow, I just noticed that's an actual bit of trunking as well.
Yeah, it's trunking, yeah. It's just been wedged out of the way. Oh, this is such a flattering angle for you. That's a very empty looking earth bar, isn't it, for such a busy board? So you've got lots of circuits, but no earth. Where are they? Oh, it's all been pushed to the back.
Where's all the earths? Not in the board.
Donde está el earth, as Dora the Explorer would say. La tierra.
Well, one's connected. No, it's not even connected.
Be careful, you should probably get a belt with the earth.
Probably, yeah. Oh look, there's a couple of screws in it.
Oh, we found the fixings, that's good. It's quite a nice fixing as well.
So,
I mean, where do you start? Like, look at that.
I think we're going to want to take this off as well.
Light fitting.
This
Yeah,
has
that-
only been done a few months ago.
The old chock box fitting.
The old chop box trick.
Right, so you got this armoured cable here. I don't know, it's like 25mm or something, or 16mm. What is that? Can't even see. So you got 16mm. You have to forgive us tonight, guys. We're so tired. Coming into this MCB, and the other two cores are just sitting there in the board doing nothing. It's actually a reasonably neat board. It's actually been labelled as well. So that's actually a really nice quality board that is done there. Thing is as well, because it's such an early start, you just don't sleep because you're just thinking about waking up. And Lee said he was the same all night. I was thinking, I've got to be up in 4 hours. I've got to be up in 3 hours. And the last I looked at the clock before I think I fell asleep was about midnight. So I've literally had about 2 hours sleep. I've got the computer set up and stuff, but basically the original reason why we're called here is because they've had the install done and they're not 100% confident in the electrician. I don't know why. I mean, good for my house.
Literally.
I reckon it was a 4 a.m. job. 4 a.m. on a Sunday, get it done and get home. So what I'm doing is I'm reconnecting all the earths because I actually want to see it trip. Because I'm not convinced. I'm not going to bother with insulation resistance and all that. I'll come back to that later if I can't find it.
We just want to get it working, don't we?
Exactly. I just want to. I don't think it's an imbalance or a short or anything like that, because otherwise the RCD would still be tripping. An RCD will still operate perfectly well under fault scenario without an earth. It doesn't need it.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they've disconnected all the earths, I
It's earth
think
leakage.
we can narrow it down a bit more than that and find what circuit it is rather than.
Exactly. Alright, do you have your earth leakage tester?
That's turned off at there. That breaker is doing this.
That breaker there.
No, this one.
Oh right, so I need to
That
get
is
around the
it.
neutral as well. Is this the supply for both boards? Yeah, so I'll clamp it around that.
Yeah.
Alright,
89.
it's a lot. Getting
That's a lot, isn't it? For
80 milliamps of
well,
earth
that's
leakage.
shot up. 140.
140. Alright, well let's see how high it gets when we switch this on. So, what's that first circuit saying? What's that meant to be? Supposedly, according to the labels, we've been told don't trust the labels.
Test machine lab.
Test machine lab, right. Bearing in mind all the equipment's disconnected, but we'll just see if it goes up at all. In fact, I'll put you back in that angle up there, because I think that was actually probably a bit clearer.
Small machine downstairs.
Small machine downstairs.
I mean, nothing's
okay.
spiking.
Well, I reckon it when it hits the aircon. These are all apparently spare, but they've got cables in them. But as soon as it hits aircon, I bet it will shoot up.
I went up about 1 milliamps or nothing.
Aircon 1, that's going to take a while to kick in, isn't it? And
I
it's
bet-
probably
I
switched
bet it's
off
that
with
big
the isolator.
Samsung unit.
Do you go see if the aircons are switched on?
I was expecting something to bang out straight away then.
That's a lot of earth leakage though, it's definitely enough. And
That's
bear
just
in
from this
mind,
board,
all the
though, isn't it?
circuits are switched off, so that is literally just from that board there. Right, let's go check the aircon. So, here we have Earth Leakage City. So I've switched them all back on, and I'm hoping that these power up in a minute. Because to be honest, you sometimes you can't even put these on RCDs because they just trip. They've got such a big startup current usually. They need to be on a C-curve breaker or even a D-curve breaker. If you are going to put it on an RCD, it needs to probably be on its own RCBO, a Type A or Type B double pole, I guess, ideally. I'm so tired, man. Now they're switched on, let's go measure earth leakage. Right, so we're sussing out some earth leakage. So you can see at the minute, it's 127.9. When we switch off this lighting circuit, it drops about 30 milliamps off of it straight away. Switch that back on, jumps back up. Switch off this one, drops a load off of it.
About 10 or 20.
That one drops
That
a massive
drops
amount off of it.
massive.
So whatever that
That's about
lighting
se-
circuit there is doing,
That's about 70 milliamps.
that seems to be
Wait, did
leaking
you?
a whole load. I reckon these VAM unit things in the ceiling, they're definitely going to be creating a server rack like this, something like this would definitely be creating some. So, as suspected, I don't think there is
But
fault.
he hasn't said where it's tripping from.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be the same story on these. I don't see why it'd be any different. I think the only reason this isn't pulling massive earth leakage at the minute is because there's nothing plugged into these circuits. Although we've livened them up.
Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous how much, especially that dropped.
What will fix that is just putting it on RCBOs. So then rather than have all these circuits with their individual earth leakage currents adding up to the 130 milliamp RCD, you'll have a 30 milliamp allowance for each circuit basically, so it'll work out slightly better.
That one there's already, that's already high, isn't it?
On the nose, isn't it? So you can hear some pumps and aircon and stuff kick on.
Overload.
Over limit. Let's turn up your tolerance.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
That board's
dead. Not even on.
It's too late. Right.
Well, this is probably where it's going to trip.
This is definitely going to...
I mean, that's everything running.
34 milliamps at
the minute. We was turning all them off. It was turned off that.
Weird, the aircon's still dead. So yeah, as suspected, we've got a massive earth leakage. That's the fault. No fault, just earth leakage, which is...
I mean, nothing's
more of an issue
tripping at the minute.
Yeah, it's more of an issue of poor design than an issue of natural fault in the wiring. Yeah, I don't think it will always trip straight away. It's like it will peak at different times.
If everything's running, yeah.
Yeah. So let's just crack on with the test. Let's test and inspect what we can.
I think that's all we can do. Looking at the state of this, I think we're going to find stuff. There's going to be observations everywhere, aren't there?
Yeah.
But I mean, saying that, the install that was done originally, I think looks fine. I mean, you can tell someone's took a little bit of pride in that one. And then when they've got someone in, so-called maintenance electrician, I mean, look, you can tell like they've butchered in to get them tails up there.
Even this, like the state of them manifolds, how that's all been wired in, it's just awful. There's no pride taken in that whatsoever. You know what's funny is people are like, oh, house bashers, mate.
Yeah, look, there's one there as well.
Electricians need to check themselves just as much.
We've got to try and find a way, like, we can't even really stick a bit of trunking up here because they've just chucked all the wiring over the top of spurs and all sorts, so we've got to sort of pre-plan how we're going to change this board.
Trying to identify circuits, so we're trying to identify this heat pump. So let's see if we can find that. I think the real reason why Jordan's given us this job is because I'm too cheery at work. I think I was getting way too much sleep. Yep, that's the circuit. Lovely. Switch that back off. Grab your test meter. Just trying to find which one of those aircon units was a heat pump in the dark, unlabelled. Now I can just stick that on there. And that is ready for him to get his test reading. So I'll grab his tester. Yeah, I think working with Ruben especially, it's shown up just how cheery I am. I need to be way more underslept and moodier to get on with Ruben better, because moodiest kid on this planet. There we go.
Skiving with the GoPro.
I'm skiving with the GoPro. Your mic's off, so we can't even hear you anyway. A sick little uni light. I always turn the wrong torch on and just shine this straight in my eyeball there. There we go. So this is the isolator for the heat pump. So you got some spiders. Some lovely spiders. This is so dramatic. Lovely. 0.23. Well, let's get that written down then. I've just been typing it all up. Honestly, just writing these numbers is just melt my brain a little bit, because I'm already not used to this sleep schedule.
That's 0.16 by the way.
0.16, yeah. And he's just doing the tests at the board, all the end-to-ends and things for the ring. And we're just running around doing our R1, R2. We've got his wicked little plug-in magnet tester thing, and getting all that end-to-end of the stuff. But a lot of it's just trying to identify it, because it's quite a big lab. We're quite restricted on what I can actually show you. Obviously out there, that's just offices and stuff. But downstairs there's loads of lab equipment and things, and I think a lot of it we're not allowed to film. Half of it is just, okay, where's this, where's that, is that room unlocked, can we actually get to it? So yeah, pretty tricky. Finding caffeine is not have much of an effect. time to do RR1 plus R2s. I'm someone who does not cope well. Some people are fine on little sleep, and maybe it's because I've hit the ripe old age of 23 now. It's really confusing, you know, because you've got daylight LED panels up in the ceilings. It looks like it's light outside, so your brain is like, oh yeah, it's daytime, but it's not. Should I wait for Lee? Nah, I'm gonna go get cracking. I have not got a Scooby-Doo. What circuit is doing what? Really, it could do with every circuit, every point being labelled to the relevant corresponding point on the distribution board so that I can actually add up and properly work out all the circuits, but at the minute, not really able to do that. What's the labelling like in here, Lee?
I'd give it a 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10, that's not bad. Oh, you're taking off the Rubens so much now. Rubens become both of our little idols. Sorry, not little. Average size for his age idol. It's a good size for his age.
He's same size as me, so...
You're just for his age, it's just a good size in general. It's a great size to be as a bloke.
You're just very unaverage size.
It's because of all the genetically modified food I eat. You know, I'm starting to measure my time at the minute in calories. I don't go by hours. So far this morning, I'm probably about a good 3,000 calories in, I reckon. A whole packet of honey roasted peanuts on the way down. I've had 2 boxes of Mikado, and we're just getting started. So we're trying to find the dead socket because we've switched that ring off, and it's labelled as downstairs wall, and it's all live still. Nothing is dead. There was about 5-6 circuits labelled as spare, which all had cables in. What's the time?
6 in the morning.
6 in the morning, that's nice.
On a Sunday.
That's good though. I have always said I sleep way too much. I wish I was more underslept. Oh gosh, damn. Oh, there's a contamination in the lab. They're about to set all their alarms off. Right, okay, let's carry on looking. The sun is starting to rise. In fact, I think I'm gonna stick the drone up. I think it's time for some snacks though. I'm gonna go around the corner and get McDonald's breakfast because we're starving and we're absolutely whacked. Nice tidy van, can I just point out. I'm pretty sure we found the fault, and a lot of it is just earth leakage, so that's not a problem. But we're gonna go for a little walk now, so you can come with us. Here we go. So, literally a 2-minute walk from the job. Cannot be complaining at that. The world is just starting to wake up. Oh, man, we're just smashing out some R1 plus R2s. So we're using that fancy little lead, going around with this, bosh, plugging it in, test result. My hair is massive, I look like flipping Jimmy Neutron. The thing is, I was just thinking, oh, it's a lab, it's night work, who cares, no one's even gonna see us here. And then I remembered we have like 80,000 subscribers, so actually quite a few people are in fact gonna see us here. I think it makes us more relatable to the savages of the trade. Let's go check on Lee. Oh, would you look at that? It's light outside. Here's Lee, there's the fire alarm. I'm gonna just test that spur. So we've got it linked out the other side, so I just need to give him...
them leads, bad boy.
Giving them leads. Oh gosh.
Bad boy, big boy, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
Right, I need
why
to
have you
get
taken
the
this
end
off?
of I had it in a crocodile clip.
Yeah, but why did you take the...
Because
You're
I had that
losing
one plugged into your socket tester.
You're losing your mind.
You're losing your face in a minute, mate. Alright, I'm gonna go cinematic, you ready? Oh, actually, this is gonna make people motion sick. This one here, I think. Yeah, that was this.
Oh, it's the Xbox.
What this machine is. I reckon this is the original Xbox, or it's just some hardcore gamer has added serious ventilation to his Xbox just to make sure it doesn't overheat. Nice, I like it.
Shout out Bill Gates.
Shout out Bill Gates. Oh gosh, don't start any conspiracy theories again on the channel.
Oh look, penny savers, but it's $5.99.
$5.99, that's not saving your pennies, unless it was £6, in which case it is penny savers.
Oh, I've lost the will to live. Right, so what was your guess for this circuit?
My
so
guess was
it's literally
0.01.
a stone's throw. Oh, cheers, throw my hat on the floor.
Sorry, mate.
0.01, yeah?
Yeah.
We both said that. It's literally like touching distance from the board. This is why it's good always to test and not make stuff up. So R1, R2, forget.
What? here. Is it biting onto the insulation or is it actually biting onto the bed? Or
No, it's pure copper, bro.
comment se dice?
And if,
Or no?
if we switch it on and go through whatever the Xbox is,
Should we touch this and touch the earth bar, seeing as we're so close, and just see if I hold this on the earth bar and you hold this on that? Do you reckon your Budgeons test meter will do that?
whoa! Don't say that. All the QTech representatives watching, they're gonna get a little hate crew on you.
In all honesty, I actually really like Q-Tech.
But
I mean, it's the poor man's Mega.
saying that if
But it's
anyone
pretty cool.
wants to send me a limited edition black Mega, I'll happily accept that.
Oh, I'll have a limited edition Mega in any colour.
0.
0.00, so it seems to be a high resistance. Should we do it on the R1? If I hold it on the breaker, which breaker is it? Is it this
the
one here?
That's off, yeah.
right? So how random? So R1 is 0.00, R2 is 0.00. The link must be bad.
Well, you're saying that that really good magnetic link is actually not really good.
I'm saying that maybe the operative didn't clamp it on properly.
So everyone that's bought one is not going to want to use one anymore. Okay, false alarm, guys. Someone pulled the magnet off. To be fair.
What time have you been up since? Oh, hang on a minute, 6 o'clock the day before yesterday. So it's actually properly daytime now. We can actually see things, and yeah, again, it's just more kind of junky electrical work. Do you know, you're actually looking really fresh. Look at your eyes. You're inhaling some hash browns. You've got some seriously pink eyes. Guys, turn Fleetwood Mac off.
Yeah, bit of Fleetwood Mac.
How do you think that job went, Lee?
Awful.
Without swearing. Absolutely horrendous, that. Access, the tiredness didn't help. I think if we had our full energy, it'd be right. And also, not to mention, thinking the whole time, Lee hasn't even got enough fuel to get home. So I'm going to have to try and sort out getting him home.
Both of us driving around petrol stations all last night, couldn't get any, and then I even went to the petrol station about 2 o'clock this morning thinking, oh, it's going to be empty, we'll drive straight in, and it was like queues all down the road again. I was like, this is ridiculous. Jordan will be dropping us off in his Tesla everywhere, so that could be a video.
I wonder if he'll make us a nice packed lunch as well.
I wonder if he'll make us a nice artisan lunch.
That'd be nice. It'll probably be lots of fine cheese. I love any salad.
I'm
with
so
blue cheese.
tired. I feel like my videoing is awful right now. I'm like this.
I'm not gonna lie, your videoing wasn't great to begin with.
Well, it's even worse now, so.
Oh, that's not a friendly angle. Keep yourself in it. Oh, fuel.
Oh, petrol station.
Oh, no fuel, but open as usual
no
for
bueno.
food. Well, oh, this is so ridiculous, man. Oh, no diesel, no diesel on any of the pumps. So basically, we've spec'd up the job, we've done everything we can to go back for the board change, and we've tested everything that we can. Obviously, there was a lot of limitations, to be honest, because things that were too high, out of reach, people working, it's a laboratory.
Literally,
I think I'm cut off.
Oh, my arm's falling asleep again. There was literally like blood samples and all sorts everywhere. It's a bit of a weird one to work in, wasn't it?
When I say there was things in the way and we couldn't move them, I mean like, I'm not moving no blood. But that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you managed to learn something. I don't feel like you did. I feel like the lesson that you probably learned was just make sure you get your 8 hours, your 40 winks.
I think I must have had about 5 winks.
I
about
reckon
you?
I had about 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't invite Ruben. Not sleeping stunts your growth. He'll look 12 forever. Right, we're going to go back to Fleetwood Mac. Ciao for now.